Coming up on H-Town High School Sports, we're headed home with big game action in the district baseball races. In softball, it's game-winning excitement with district titles on the line. Our team of the week is an undefeated district champ.
We just go out there, we have a job to do, and we do it.
While this pitching standout has led her team to an unbeaten season. Plus, it's back-to-back state championships for this Kingwood Park wrestler. So catch us if you can. Not so hard catching this guy. H-Town High School Sports starts now. Hello everyone and welcome to Academy Sports and Outdoors H-Town High School Sports. We're powered by Vite. I'm Todd Freed. Let's begin with a memorable night on the pitching mound in baseball, where District 26A leader Travis took on the rival Ridge Point Panthers. Travis Tigers ready for a big district battle against Ridge Point. Travis pitcher Walker Holzhausen more than ready. The strikeout in the first. Bottom of the second. Tigers have runners on the corners. Nick Masserini trapped in a rundown, but the throw will get away, and Latham Boussard scores 2-0. Same at bat. Mikey Gallegos base hit to left field, and then the ball gets by the left fielder. Masserini comes in 3-0. Same at bat. Mason Muchow lines it to center field. This one gets by the center fielder, and Gallegos scores 4-0. Top third. Holzhausen in command. The breaking ball and the strikeout. Top four. Ridge Point still hitless. Kyle Russa grounds into the hole. Second baseman Max Villarreal gets to it. Great throw, and they get the out. Preserves the no-hitter. Top of the fourth. Holzhausen back to work. The strikeout to end the at-bat. Top five now. 2 outs. Holzhausen with some smoke. Perfect game intact through 5. Top 6. Holzhausen, his 10th strikeout of the game. He still has a perfect game. Top 7 now, no outs. Justin Vassos, hot grounder, but Lance Kahn stays with it, and they get the out. 2 outs away from a perfect game. Full count, but ball 4 to Russa, first base runner for Ridge Point. After a flyout, still 1 out away from a no-hitter. Brandon Nelson grounds to first. Davis Rivers has it, and he is out. And that does it. A no-hitter for Walker Holzhausen allows only 1 base runner in the ball game. Quite a celebration, and what a jam for the Travis Tiger.
Oh man, it feels great. It feels great, yes sir.
Just tell me about this outing.
Oh man, I just came in first inning and took it inning by inning. You know, just trying to throw strikes, throw to contact, and it worked out in the end.
Your guys did a great job behind you on defense.
Yes,
what about
sir.
that?
Oh man, Max's big play, and then my outfielders making those great catches, and my catcher calling a great game behind there, all combined to do the no-hitter.
You're 2 outs away from a perfect game. Was that disappointing?
You know, it was, but I'll settle for the no-hitter.
All right.
In softball now, a huge regular season finale had a matchup of perennial state powers Foster and Angleton. Foster, ranked number 8 in the state, could wrap up an undefeated 14-0 district championship with a win over the second place Wildcats. Foster Falcons looking for an undefeated district title in front of a great crowd. Bottom 1 for Foster. Madison King at bat, and Madison with the base hit to center field. Kylie Stamper scores, and then here comes Emily Navar, and she's safe. 2-0 Falcons. Top 3 for Angleton now. Mason Garrett drives it back to the fence in right center. Ryvie Davila and Mia Scott will come in, and the game's tied at 2. Bottom 3, Falcons. Ella McDowell drives one way back into the sunset, and it's gone. Home run for McDowell, and check out Ella. She is fired up. 3-2 Falcons. Then Falcons, Rain Althouse lines the center. Nice catch by Aaliyah White, and then they almost double up the runner. Top 4, Angleton, Mia Scott, base hit to center. Ari Cruz comes in, and the game is tied at 3. Same at bat. Haley Savage steps up, and Haley lines it to the outfield. Aaliyah White and Scott will also come in. It's 5-3, Angleton on top. Bottom 5. Foster has one on. Madison King, well, she's the queen. She rips it to dead center, and that is gone. A 2-run blast, game tied at 5. Same score, bottom 7, McDowell at first, little blooper by King, and it drops. McDowell rounds second, she gets caught in a rundown, and the tag right here is missed, and she is safe. Umpires will confer, and the ruling will stand. She is called safe at third. So now, 2 outs, bases loaded, and then it's going to be ball 4 to Caitlin Barrett, and McDowell will trounce on home emphatically with the winning run. Foster wins 6-5. They go 23-3 in the regular season, and it's an undefeated 14-0 district championship. Now in Class 6A softball, one team that had a phenomenal regular season was the undefeated Clear Springs Chargers. More on the Chargers, who we recognize right now as our Allegiance Bank Team of the Week. As the Clear Springs Chargers tuned up for the postseason playoffs, an intra-squad game seemed more than appropriate. After all, who better to face than fellow teammates from a team that went a perfect 23-0 in the regular season.
It's kind of crazy, but I mean, we don't really think about it like so special. We just go out there, we play, and we have a job to do, and we do it.
It's been so impressive. I mean, you know, our goal, of course, was to win at the beginning of the year, but to come out here and do what we've done against some really great teams, I think to me that's been the most impressive part. Like, we've just been in that refuse to lose, like we expect to win, and I think that has been the mentality and culture of it has really propelled our play.
Oh, I just like our work ethic and how we all work together, and we just, it's a whole unit. Everyone's like a family.
A family led by junior pitching standout Emma Strood. The LSU commit owns a 14-0 record with a 0.54 ERA, including 166 strikeouts in 83 innings.
On the mound, I mean, she's been phenomenal on the mound. I think over 170 strikeouts, I believe, something like that. I can't remember exactly the statistic, but I mean, she's been outstanding on the mound.
If all that weren't enough, at the plate, Strood boasts a team-leading .498 average with 6 home runs.
Now batting, Emma Strood.
Well, I think it's just like a collective, like working together as a whole, and we're like super energetic this year, and we're like all get along super well, so it makes it easier on the field, and practice is super fun, so it's just made the season a lot easier.
Behind the plate, Chargers catcher Kelly Baker, who'll play college ball herself at Independence in Kansas, has been quite outstanding in her own right.
We always say that, you know, a great catcher can make a pitcher great, and that's exactly what she's done back there. She's been solid back there for us, and she's been huge at the plate. She's got some crucial hits.
Lots of crucial hits as well for shortstop and Texas Tech signee Demi Elder, who's hitting a lofty .463 with 3 home runs.
And then we have my shortstop, Demi Elder. I mean, she's our heartbeat. We feed off her energy. She's our leadoff, and she does a bang-up job at shortstop, but at the plate and on the bases, she gets the job done for us every time.
The success of this year's team comes as no big surprise, considering that Clear Springs was undefeated last year when the season was abruptly ended due to the COVID-19 pandemic. The bulk of that roster is back this season, adding even more fuel to the fire.
It feels that way. You know, it definitely feels that way. It felt like we left so much unfinished last season, and this was the chance. We got our chance, and we were going to take full advantage of it.
Like, we have the same exact team, just like with some freshmen that came in. So, I mean, it was a bummer that we could have 2 back-to-back good years. But I think we just want to really push this year as far as we can go, because this is the last time we'll have everyone.
it's just shown us that it can be taken away from us so fast. So we take every moment as we can, and we just cherish the moments we have together, and we just give it all we got every single time.
And we are here on campus at Clear Springs along with the Lady Chargers. I'm joined by Steve Charbonneau of Allegiance Bank.
First of all, congratulations on an undefeated regular season. On behalf of Allegiance Bank, I am happy to recognize the Clear Springs Chargers as Allegiance Bank's Team of the Week.
Coming up next, it's a night of glory at the state wrestling meet. Plus, it's been a glorious season for this pitching sensation from Lake Creek.
This year is definitely the best year ever. I have control of all my pitches, and it just has been working.
Welcome back to Academy Sports and Outdoors, H-Town High School Sports. We're powered by Vype. I'm Todd Freed. The state champions in wrestling were crowned this past weekend in Houston at the Berry Center in Cy-Fair. Now we'll have coverage of the 6A state finals on next week's show. Right now, action from the Class 5A state title matches. That's Kingwood Park's Madison Sandquist looking to defend her state championship in the 5A 138-pound weight class, facing Maya Lewis in the championship final. After a scoreless first period, Sandquist makes her move and secures the pin at the 2:38 mark to win back-to-back state championships, closing out an undefeated 30-0 season and a 51-4 record over the last 2 years. In the 148-pound weight class, Friendswood Mustang freshman Avery Beckman faced Jasmine Garcia of El Paso Isleta. After going up 4-0 after the first period, Beckman then ends the match with a pin early in the second period to win the state championship. It's the first state title ever for a Friendswood High School wrestler. And in the 215-pound weight class, another state championship for Kingwood Park, with Panthers junior Lexi Shannon winning the state title. Shannon into the match with a takedown early into the third period. She finished her season with a magnificent 28-1 record. When the upcoming softball playoffs swing into action, the undefeated Lake Creek Lions figure to be a powerful force in the postseason. Now the Lions boast plenty of power on the pitching mound behind senior sensation Emily Kennedy. For the Lake Creek Lions softball team, it's been a season of perfection. The Lions finished the regular season with an undefeated 30-0 record, while senior pitcher Emily Kennedy was a perfect 13-0 on the mound, while also posting a perfect 0.00 ERA.
Oh, she's been outstanding. I couldn't ask for any more. You can't get any better than 0.0 ERA right now, but she's been absolutely phenomenal for all of us, all around.
This year is definitely the best year ever. I have control of all my pitches, and it just has been working.
Working while simply dominating. Emily has struck out 147 batters in 73 innings. That's an average of 2 strikeouts per inning. The 6'2" southpaw is an intimidating force, to say the least.
Where does all that power come from?
Years of trying to hit 70, which this year I finally did, which is a big accomplishment. I am 6'2", so I think me just being on the mound alone scares people, and so like me throwing hard, it just adds to the factor.
Her height, and then she steps up there and being left-handed. I mean that adds to it, and she very rarely will smile. She takes the game serious, and we love that about her.
And when Emily steps on the mound, another constant is the presence of Lake Creek head football coach Pat Kennedy, proud dad of the Lions star pitcher.
As a dad, every time she pitches and plays, you get nervous. But as just a spectator, it's an awesome feeling to watch her play, because she works really, really hard at the game to get better pitching and hitting.
He's my biggest supporter, and throughout it all, he always has my back and lets me know what I'm doing wrong and what I'm doing good. So it's just great to have him here.
Emily also packs a powerful punch at the plate. with 11 homers this season alone. She'll play college ball for the Texas Aggies, while hoping to one day make the USA Olympic team. For now, the immediate goal is to win a state championship with the Lake Creek Lions.
We talk about it almost daily here that we need to stay up and play those good teams the best we can and just get better every day.
Up next, local products are expected to get picked high in the NFL draft. We'll have a preview.
Loaded, man.
Plus, look who's earned a place in the plays of the week.
Now batting, Todd Freed.
Welcome back, everyone. When the NFL draft goes off on Thursday night, April 29th, it won't be long at all before we hear the names of several local Greater Houston products. And for more on that, we welcome Invite Media's Matt Malatesta. How you doing?
Great.
Good to see you, and it's going to be an exciting night for Greater Houston products. Episcopal Knights will have 3 draftees for sure.
Loaded, man. So what's exciting for those guys, and Coach Lee's over there does a great job. Jalen Waddle is going to be the first guy taken off the board, likely from Houston and for sure from Episcopal. The receiver from Bama had a tremendous career there. And then you got Walker Little, who hadn't played in 2 years, but you know, he's a massive offensive lineman, very athletic, and he went to Stanford. And then finally Marvin Wilson, the big D tackle who went to Florida State. He'll get drafted kind of maybe second day.
Yeah, and at one time they were all 3 projected to go first round, but still amazing to have 3 players led by Jalen Waddle who go most likely in the top 10 or higher. And then from Oak Ridge High School in your neck of the woods, the Woodlands, those guys are going to have 2 players drafted.
How about the War Eagles? Both on defense, both kind of linebackers, defensive players. Joseph Osai killed it at University of Texas. And then you had Grant Stewart, who could be on the all-hair team, greatest hair in college football. He played at U of H. Super active guy. He's going to be great at the NFL level.
Another guy expected to go first round from Houston, from Clemens High School, Rashawn Slater went to Northwestern.
He did. He has shot up the charts. He could be the first or second offensive lineman taken off the board. Rashawn Slater's dad, Reggie Slater, played in the NFL or NBA for about 10 years. He had a tremendous career at Northwestern. Strong, powerful, can do both rush block, and pass block really well.
And another Northwestern guy from the Katy Tigers, Patty Fisher, expected to be picked.
Yes, he'll be kind of a late guy, but really good linebacker, kind of a guy in the middle of the defense. Had a great career at Northwestern. Watch out for him. So, what about Kyle Trask? We haven't even talked about him.
Well, that was my next thing. From Manville, didn't play much in high school because they had a pretty good quarterback in front of him and a sensation at Florida.
I'll tell you what, quarterbacks are at a premium. Florida's Kyle Trask had a tremendous career, kind of came out of nowhere, was in the Heisman Trophy race, and now he'll probably be a second-day guy, but who would have thought he would be a high draft pick in the NFL when he came out of Manville?
Yeah, that was amazing. And then from the northeast side, again, from the Tascasset Eagles, yep. Sam Cosme went to UT.
Another UT guy.
Yeah, like
great
that.
Job for him. He skipped the last couple of games of the year for them to kind of get prepared for the NFL draft, but a really nice offensive lineman, will likely play guard.
All right. I don't know if we covered but that's a bunch. It's just a tremendous class, isn't it?
It's about 10 kids that are, gonna be drafted. Not free agent. I'm talking about drafted and will make teams this year.
All right, great stuff. Matt Malatesta of Vite Media. We'll be right back. Coming up next, a new slugging addition to the plays of the week. Gosh, he looks familiar. Welcome back to the show, everyone, as we go right to the Academy Sports and Outdoors Plays of the Week.
Now batting, Todd Freed.
So there I was, facing LSU commit and undefeated Clear Springs pitcher Emma Stroud. On the first pitch, my perfectly executed bunt attempt would land just foul, ever so close. Then I would stand my ground and foul off some high heat from the pitching phenom, who strikes out most everyone she faces, but not this time. Undaunted and showing a keen eye, my check swing was properly called a ball, and I remained alive in the count. Then it happened. A scorching ground ball to the right side. Had it not been for the tight blue jeans, I undoubtedly would have beat the throw. But not quite. The call was out. Frustration had set in, and off went the helmet. But in the end, a valiant effort from the seasoned veteran. In district softball, Foster versus Angleton, Falcons' Ella McDowell drives one into the sunset and a huge home run. Later in the same game, Falcons down 2, Madison King with a 2-run blast. Foster would win the game and earn the undefeated district title. There was no catching the rabbit at the Travis Tigers baseball field. Turned into a lucky rabbit for Tigers pitcher Walker Holzhausen, who threw a no-hitter and near-perfect game. Almost lost a no-hitter here, but a phenomenal play by second baseman Max Villarreal. Snares it, and the great throw. And then the final out, Davis Rivers Fields stays with it, and a no-hitter for Walker Holzhausen. He only allowed one base runner, a 7th-inning walk. 5A State Wrestling Championships, Kingwood Park's Madison Sandquist will pin her opponent in the second round to win back-to-back state championships in the 138-pound weight class. She finished the season with a 30-0 record. Your Academy Sports and Outdoors Plays of the Week. All right, that'll do it for this week's show. Thanks for watching, everyone. Until next time, stay H-Town proud.
For all the ways you love to play, Academy Sports and Outdoors makes it easier than ever to get what you need and have fun out there. Get free shipping on your favorite brands at academy.com or get free curbside or in-store pickup at your Academy store.